this fucking thing. My fucking dash mount. These fucking magnetic dash mounts are fucking pieces of shit. I swear to God, my phone was sticking to the magnet all fucking day. And now I get fucking parked. I'm not even moving. And it won't stay fucking on there. No, I didn't listen to the last podcast. I don't want to hold this thing. See, it's sliding. It's slipping. It's going to fucking fall again. There we go. But now it's still, I don't like that. It's still slipping. God damn it. What the fuck makes this thing slip? I'm really pissed. Seems to be so holding now. Slip it in, Jay. I bought. See, I didn't know what dash mount I wanted. I've never bought one in my life, so I bought the cheapest one they had at Walmart because I figured I'm not gonna. Oh, it fucking fell off again. See, now that I bought one that I don't like, now I know what to buy. I want to buy the kind that it adjusts outward, like with a spring. Like you stretch it. That's the kind I want. These magnet kinds are bullshit. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm very upset. Well, then I didn't buy one of the more expensive ones. I'd be even more pissed. I think I only got $16 invested in this hunk of shit. What are your Labor Day plans with the Misfits? I don't know. I'm probably going to get another hotel room, probably do my own thing. Trying to make plans with those guys is just impossible. Lenny sleeps till fucking 3 in the afternoon. You know, Brad wants to go out drinking till 2 in the morning. Andrew wants to be in bed by 7. So it's just like, fuck. I'm the only one that really has somewhat normal habits of wanting to hang out by the pool in the afternoon when it's nice out. Can you shout out William from BC? Call me a cream pie cleanup boy. When you say BC, cream pie boy, do you mean British Columbia or Boston College? Don't say BC. To me, I'm a football fan. To me, that's Boston College. But it could be British Columbia. Look at that glare. What are your favorite bars in Florida? Ones that are open and have hot MILFs walking around. I don't like young girls. I want to see chicks, 35 to 50 that look fucking good. All right, chainsaw, yeah. I mean, I just think for someone, middle-aged, my social behavior is more normal than Lenny or Brad's. Brad's fucking 40 years old, and he likes to stay out till 2 in the morning with the kids. Lenny can't even wake up till fucking 3. I like to crack a beer about fucking 2 in the afternoon after lunch if it's my day off. To me, that's normal. People my age, you don't wait around till 9 o'clock to start partying. That's what people in their 20s do. What do you think about the Tar Heel state? I'm not a big fan of North Carolina. North Carolina is I don't know, unless I've just had bad luck there. But everybody has bad luck there. Look at all the pro athletes that have either died or gotten in trouble or had something bad happen to their family in North Carolina. I have personal friends that bad things happen to their family in North Carolina. Are dips good for bench? I guess. Dips, if you do dips properly, they're going to build the dog shit out of your tricep. And triceps are the primary mover in the bench press. Come to Corpus Christi, a lot of Mexican MILFs. I like a good Spanish MILF. I'm not the slightest bit prejudiced against a nice Latino MILF. They like to cook and play house. As long as you don't cheat on them, you won't have any problems. You cheat on a Hispanic woman, she's gonna kill you. Top 5 chicks you'd bang. Shit, I haven't thought about something like that in years. See, I don't even know. I don't know how to answer that question. Shit. I'll have to start with Marissa Tomei from My Cousin Vinny and The Wrestler. I'd love to hit that. I also like that Sandra Bullock. She's definitely in my top 5. See, I like old broads because I'm 51. Most of you guys wouldn't even fuck Sandra Bullock or Marissa Tomei. Shit. My life would be complete if I could fuck those 2. I don't even need the other 3 picks. Yeah, The Wrestler was a great movie. Sandra Bullock is a dude. Reality. That movie, I still laugh my ass off when I watch that. Would you bang Oprah? Dude, really? I think I would rather fuck Michelle Obama before I ever fucked Oprah. Ugh. Carrie Fisher is deceased, bro. But yeah, back in the day, Carrie Fisher was pretty cute. I like brunettes. You're not gonna find a fucking blonde on my list, unless it's a fake blonde. Michelle Obama has a little extra to play with. Well, according to Lenny, chicks that don't have a dick are boring. Oh my God. Cheap Hustle said, I like gingers too. I've never banged a ginger. I've stroked my cock and porn to gingers. There's some old redheaded broad that's fucking always cucking dudes. What the fuck's her name? What do you think about Blackstone athlete Kristen Graham? I think she's smoking hot and she's strong as fuck. I was watching her do must have been either snatches or power cleans. She was definitely doing some Olympic lifting from the floor. Um, and dude, that girl could power clean most of you guys, or more than most of you guys. Favorite Charlie's Angel. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Kate Jackson. Not the prettiest one, but she might be the funnest one to fuck. Big J, have you ever lifted at LA Fitness in Woodhaven, Michigan? I think so. Is that the one that's across the street from the Ford Motor Company stamping plant? And there's I believe there's a Flying J truck stop across the street. If that's where I'm thinking of, I love to stay at that truck stop because the LA Fitness is right across the street. Bob Killing cleanup guy, unfortunately. Yes, off I-75. Yeah, that's a great place. If you're a truck that works out, that is a great place to stop. Um, over there, over there across the street from the truck stop, there's a good restaurant. It's not a Texas Roadhouse. What the hell is that restaurant? It's like a Chili's or someplace good to get a burger or something after you train. What is your IQ, Jay? Dude, by the time I was a kid in the 70s, they weren't even measuring IQs anymore. They pretty much proven that those questions are bunk because they claim that white people have a privilege with those questions. I don't think it's a red robin. Is Jason Genova the worst bodybuilder of all time? Um, nah, there's got to be worse. How many days in a row have you been wearing that shirt? Um, dude, you're an idiot. I wore the Michigan shirt yesterday and the day before. So to be the worst, he had to be in the first place. I don't know what that means. How much have you drank this evening? I'm on my very first cup of coffee, I swear. Yeah, I went in the swimming pool at LA Fitness. I didn't shower today, but I did go swimming. And then that Michigan outfit I was wearing was getting a little stinky, so I put on clean clothes. You need to get gear to get shredded after 40. It sure does help. I think the only guys over 40 that are shredded are guys that live on cigarettes and Mountain Dew. Yeah, showering at truck stops sucks. Um, that's why I like to get a hotel room Saturday and Sunday night wherever I am over the weekend and really get cleaned up. You know, because it's just It's a motherfucker because after a day of driving, you park at the truck stop. I just said drug stop, Freudian slip. Last thing you want to do is go in there and fucking shower in one of those fucking shower rooms. A lot of times you just want to have dinner and lay down, or have a few beers and then have dinner and lay down. Showering sucks during the week when you're a trucker. Can't you get fungus at those places? I wear my Crocs in the shower, bro. That's why I bought Crocs. I used to wear slides, not flip-flops, slides. And so I was showering at the truck stop in my slides. And then truck stop parking lots are so fucking dirty. By the time I got to my truck, after a nice clean shower, my fucking feet were fucking dirty. So I said, fuck this. After that happened a couple times, I bought Crocs just to keep my feet clean in the truck stop parking lots. Jay sits down in the shower. That's not true, but I do sit down to go pee. I think Olivia makes Nate sit down when he pees because she doesn't like the sound of the urine and hitting the water, waking her up from her beauty sleep. Are you mad at Brad? No. I wanted to kill him the other night, but that doesn't mean I'm mad at him. If you went back in time and redone one thing in your life, what would you do? I think I would go back to when I was working at Pepsi-Cola back in Pontiac, Michigan. And I was I started out as a merchandiser, which basically just is a glorified way of saying I built displays after the truck driver brought the soda to the grocery store. But I was a natural at being in grocery stores and dealing with those old hags in the back room and the manager. The account manager that was, that I worked underneath, he was injured or went on vacation or something like that. And I filled in for the guy. Oh, he was injured. That's right. I filled in for my boss while he was injured, the account manager, the guy that walks around with the little handheld computer and does the order. And I must have did it for, I don't know, it had to have been a few weeks, if not a month or more. And his boss came to me and told me that, hey, he's never coming back. His injury's just too bad. And we're going to promote you into that position because, you've been doing all the work. The only thing you haven't been doing is actually placing the order. But we can teach you to do that in one day. So I was a young kid. It was like my first job out of college. I was going to be an account manager at Pepsi-Cola, which is like entry-level management. And I had a college degree, so I could have climbed that little ladder real quick. And I made the fatal mistake of transferring into the warehouse because I wanted to get my CDL and make more money right now. Because up there in Michigan, drivers are union. And being stupid in my 20s, like most people are, I cared more about making money right now than the future. And so basically went from the white collar side of Pepsi-Cola to the blue collar side. So I basically I like to call it career suicide. I basically ruined my career that day. So if I could go back and change one thing, I would change that. Ever sharted in the truck? Yeah, many times. Jay, what are your thoughts on the Fab Five in Michigan? Um, I love Jalen Rose as a commentator. Jalen Rose is fucking awesome. Um, the rest of the Fab Five, well, obviously Juwan Howard is now the coach in Michigan, and he's an awesome coach, man. He did real well his first year. Those kids were ready to run through a brick wall for Juwan Howard. Um, Never really been a Chris Webber fan, the guy that called timeout in the Final Four. Um, but anyway, I don't know. It sounds like they're trying to get Chris Webber back in the good graces of the Michigan people. So I don't know. We'll see. When are you coming back to Florida, Jay? I think Labor Day weekend. No, I haven't gotten the email yet about being monetized. Best compound for strength. Probably anadrols, orals. Orals, orals are the best for mass and strength. It's just sometimes that mass and strength is temporary. Sometimes you get so big and so strong on orals, when you come off, you can't possibly keep all that mass and strength. Especially when you're young. You know, you do a test DECA D-ball cycle and fucking gain all that mass and all that strength. Whew, when you come off, you're in trouble, buddy. Even if you do PCT. Um, who has more bodybuilding potential, Genova or Dale Chance? I would say Genova because Genova doesn't even work out and is a lazy person with no discipline, whereas Dale tried his ass off and the best he could do was third place. And Dale even paid coaches, paid fucking dieters, paid diet coaches, paid fucking prep coaches to teach him how to get ripped. So Dale invested everything he had into bodybuilding, and the best he could do is third place. Genova fucking sneaks out to Burger King. So Genova has more potential. You take testosterone or other steroids for the rest of your life. Yeah, I think I'll be on testosterone for the rest of my life. Why not? Will I be able to get other gear along with it for the rest of my life? I don't know. I don't see why you can't take EQ, equipoise, for the rest of your life. I What about test with Masteron? Um, that's a good stack for your deck. Um, that's definitely going to up your free testosterone for sure, because Masteron binds with the sex hormone binding globulin. So more of your testosterone is going to stay free in the bloodstream. With Test and Masteron, you really need to add an anabolic agent to that stack. You add some EQ to that, or some Anavar, or some Winnie. You're gonna really put on some good quality muscle. Would you buy gear from an African American? Um, Jay, which one do you prefer for keeper gains, EQ or DECA? Um, DECA EQ is pretty similar to DECA, except EQ doesn't cause any water bloat. But DECA's way good, way better for mass and strength. But once you go off and you lose that water blow, you're probably going to be just as big as if you would have done an EQ cycle. So I would say they're about equal. Hamburg on Nate and McCuck's side. Well, those are Nate, Hamburg, and McCuck have basically become the Three Stooges of the Genovaverse. That's really all I got to say about that. NPP better than DECA. Yeah, because it's a shorter acting ester. You do NPP like twice a week. So you're going to get less of the DECA side effects with a shorter ester attached to the nandrolone molecule. Mustang talk. I've never really been into Mustangs. But if you guys want to talk about Ford, I'll tell you, the little Ford 302 12 valve engine, the original Ford 302, that's an interesting little engine because the block is so small. Ford Motorsport makes a 302 block with Siamese cylinder walls, meaning there's no water jacket in between each cylinder. So you can overbore them, I think, up to 4 1/8 of an inch, which is 4.125. And with a nice stroker crank, you can get a 302. You can enlarge it all the way out to about 370 cubic inches, which is a huge engine in that little 302 block package. Anything bigger than that, you'd have to step up to a 351 Windsor if you wanted to stay Ford. But the 351 Windsor is kind of a boat anchor. I like the idea of building a 370 cubic inch engine in a 302 package. That would just be, whoever just said 347 stroker, same engine, brah, but if you put a 347 crank in a Ford Motorsport big bore block, you can get a 370. That's what I'm talking about. Imagine how a 347 stroker with a big bore that's a 370. Just nasty. It would have torque like a big block. .351 Windsor or 351 Cleveland. I personally would take a Cleveland because, I mean, they're more expensive to build. They're more rare. Parts are hard to find. Parts are more expensive, but Cleveland basically has boss heads on it right out of the factory. 351 Cleveland basically has boss 302 heads. 351 punched out to 427. It's not quite that simple. You can't punch it all the way out that far. You do have to stroke it as well. It's what we call poked and stroked. Dale is now a 24/7 stalker. Yeah. Dale probably drives by his wife's apartment and revs up his engine real loud, so she has to look out the window. And then, unless Dale let her stay in the house. Cleveland's valves are the same as a big block Chevy. Correct. How do I get big without getting too fat? I don't know, bro. How tall are you? 427 FE side oiler. Wow, Dolan Duck really knows a lot about motors. The side oiler is an incredible engine. Absolutely incredible. That's what Carroll Shelby put in the original Ford 427 Cobra with side oilers. Those things are crazy. How do I get third place without looking like Dale? Eh, growth hormone while you're still a teenager, so you don't wind up 5 foot nothing. It's sunny as fuck right now in Georgia. I got the drapes closed on the truck, like you would do when you're sleeping. I got drapes, that swing all the way around the windshield from both sides. And then in the front of the windshield, they Velcro together. Complete barrier of all the glass with drapes. It's fucking awesome. I could be masturbating in here. No one would know. Stroking my cock. Best cutting cycle minus the trend. Test, Masteron, Anavar, and Winstrol. How about that for a fast answer? Big J, what about tricep kickbacks? Let me ask you a quick question about tricep kickbacks. Name one thing you're going to do in the sports world where you need that range of motion. Like maybe like if you're a running back and you're running down the field and someone's trying to attack you from behind, you can maybe like push them off you as they're diving to tackle you. I mean, it's a stupid exercise, useless for sports. I wouldn't do tricep kickbacks unless I was like a Heisman Trophy caliber running back. Then you might need that kind of move to throw somebody off you that's about to tackle you from behind. Best triceps builder. It depends what you want to do. For the bench press, it's the skull crusher for sure. Remember, there's 3 heads of the tricep. That's why they call it the tricep. There's the outer, there's the inner, and then there's the lower one on the inside of the elbow. And that lower one on the inside of the elbow is the one that really helps your bench press. And that's what the skull crusher is real good at. Now, if you want to make your arm bigger, I would do cable pushdowns because that builds the outer one. That's going to make your arm look bigger. It's not going to really do jack fuck for your bench press. If anything, it's going to fuck up your bench press technique. As long as you squeeze every rep, they all work, in my opinion. Another guy that can't lift heavy, so he talks about squeezing every rep. Dude, listen, dude, I don't know you, so I don't want to rip on you too hard. But anybody who talks about squeezing reps can't lift heavy weight. Because if you could bench 405, you wouldn't be on here saying, yeah, when you get 405 up, you got to make sure you really contract the pecs at the top. Guys who are strong don't talk in those terms. So, but when you talk about squeezing the muscle, I know you can't lift heavy weights. You gave yourself away. So now go to bed. Heavy weights mean nothing. If you're looking for hyperplasia, Remember, there's two ways the muscle can grow: hyperplasia and hypertrophy or hypertrophy. Um, Hyperplasia is growth from damage, which you get from like Dorian Yates, Mike Mensner, Lee Labrada, that style of training. You know, some people call it HIT, high intensity training. Um, you know, you grow from hyperplasia, and that's where you're actually damaging the muscle, and then the repair process causes the muscle to grow. Hypertrophy is more of like a Phil Heath, Jay Cutler way to build a muscle, where you're doing higher volume sets of 12, and you're not using heavy weights, and you know, and they both work, and they both have a place in your program. But to tell me heavy weights don't matter, you're wrong. That'd be like me saying light weights don't matter. You know, when I go into the gym and I'm trying to get in a second bench press workout that week, maybe I filmed one on Saturday, you know, repping out 405 or 365 or 455. What you guys don't see is my Tuesday or Wednesday bench workout when I go in there and do 135 for 5 sets of 20 or 4 sets of 25. That's what you don't see. I go super light on my second bench workout. I used to always do 135 for 5 sets of 20. And lately, what I've done, I don't know. Let me ask you guys, what do you think? I used to do 5 sets of 20 with 135 on my light bench workout just to get the soreness out, get a little pump. I've cut the sets, but increased my reps from 20 to 25. So instead of doing 5 sets of 20 and doing 100 reps, I might do 3 or 4 sets of 25. So what I'm doing is cutting my volume. But I think by doing 25 versus 20, I'm actually getting more circulation to the muscle and the joints by doing 5 extra reps. So if I do 3 sets of 25, that's only 75 reps, whereas 5 sets of 20 is 100. So I'm cutting my volume, but I increased my reps per set. So I'm actually doing those 5 extra reps where you're getting the blood to where it needs to be for the proper healing. And I do the same thing. Like my light bench day, I might warm up on the bench, do a couple of sets with 135 with 25 reps. Then I'll go to like an incline or a hammer strength incline and just work out with one plate on each side. Do a bunch of sets of 15, get a pump. I'll do the hammer military, do a bunch of sets of 15, just get a pump. So you guys are clowns when you say that heavy weights don't matter, because I use heavy and light. It's the in-between weights that don't matter. Come back in half an hour. Right. Favorite Wolverine NFL player besides Brady? He happens to be retired. Does that count? I'm going to go with Charles Woodson. Sir Charles. Is that fair? That's my favorite Wolverine of all time. Quite possibly the greatest college football player of all time. Oh, I gotta piss. I don't know if I have adequate jug. Oh, I got an empty canister of Outlift. I can piss in this. Oh. I don't believe in Bigfoot. Bedroom bully, what rig you whipping in? I really don't like to talk about my truck because there's too many hater trolls, that would love to just try and turn me into the police or DOT, because they would think it's funny to fuck with my job. I will tell you that I'm running a 14.7 liter Detroit diesel, and I've got a Detroit diesel 12-speed automatic transmission. Yeah, people. I went the Dale Chance route. I've got an automatic transmission in my semi, but it's just a better Like I was using a 10-speed manual transmission. That's basically standard in a semi. Is the Eaton Fuller 10-speed. It's basically a 5-speed, and then you pull up on the chip, and then you go through the gears again to get 5 more gears. You got a high and low range, and basically everybody skips first gear. First gear is so low, it's just not even usable. So basically, everyone starts in second gear. So it's basically a 9-speed. And now I've got an automatic that's a 12-speed. It's just a better deal. Because remember, the more gears you have, the better. It's not that complicated. Automatic is better for stop and go. Yeah, of course. It's also better for fuel mileage. Back in the old days, a stick shift was always better for economy, but not nowadays. I mean, shit. That fucking new Camaro SS has got I believe a fucking, the new Camaro SS, has a 12-speed automatic, just like my semi? Or it was an 8. Did they go to a 10? I'm not sure. I don't want to fuck this up, but I was listening to Racer X on YouTube, and he's got a 1,000 horsepower Hellcat, and his wife has got a Scat Pack Challenger with the what do they call that? What's Chrysler call that hood scoop in the center? The shaker, right? So his wife's car is a 6.4 liter fucking Hemi Challenger with a fucking shaker hood and the fucking Scat Pack. But anyway, what were we talking about? No, it's called the Scat Pack, bruh. Drag Pack is Ford. Oh, yeah, he was comparing the new SS Camaro, the new Challenger, and the new Mustang. And I could have sworn he said that the GM went to a 12-speed transmission in the Camaro SS now this year. It's tough to be. I mean, having a 12-speed makes it feel like you have a whole lot more power. Hemi Charger is best. Well, I didn't know that the Chryslers were that much heavier than the Coyote fucking Mustang and the 6.2 liter SS Camaro. I mean, the SS Camaro is going to kill those other two cars in a heads-up drag race. We're talking 2020. We're talking 6.4 liter Scat Pack Charger Challenger, 6.2 liter fucking SS Camaro, and a 5.0 Mustang. Just the base models. I'm not talking about the exotic, like throwing out no Cobras, no Hellcats, no Chevy ZL1s, just the base model. The Chevy's going to dominate because of that 12-speed automatic. See, when you got a 12-speed automatic, you got so many gears. It's like driving a fucking a sport bike. You know, you grab the next gear and your needle barely goes down. It's bang, 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 bang. You know, you're grabbing gears, and your RPMs are barely falling. That's what a 12-speed automatic will do for you in a drag race. 392 Bumble versus a Hellcat. I don't. Jay, do you enjoy backing up and getting a load? Well, yeah, it's better to load in my mouth. I'm not driving, assholes. I got my drapes closed. I'm parked. I haven't seen a lot lizard in a long time. You guys are idiots. I'm not even drunk. Yeah, if you guys like fucking Chryslers, definitely check out Racer X on YouTube. I learned a lot about the 392 Hemi and about the Hellcat watching Racer X on YouTube. Do you float gears? That's in a manual transmission when you don't use a clutch, right? Well, I don't have a manual anymore. I used to. I used to never use the clutch. The only time you use the clutch is at stop signs or red lights. Coffee is doing well. Open container in a company vehicle, Jay? I'll be fine. My boss knows I drink beers in the truck. Diesel truck enthusiast. I don't know who you are, but Jay, do you smoke Newports or Cools? Whatever's free, brah. Do you read any books? No. It. I'll tell you what. The, the having Google in our phones has made fucking reading books fucking obsolete, dude. You can answer every question you've ever had in your life with one click of your fucking phone. So we're gonna have a race of stupid people very soon. Ever bum a cig from a lot lizard? No. I don't drink White Claw like Brad. My live chat, I'll be monetized shortly. Best bulking alcohol. Beer, bruh. I'm nowhere near Manny's Chop House. I'm in Georgia now. Ted Kaczynski went to the University of Michigan. Unabomber was a Wolverine. Oh, God, look at that. I would never buy my own semi. If I ever break out on my own, I'll still um, lease a Ryder or a Penske. That's just the way to go. Ever been in Arizona? Of course. Are you still into older bodybuilding chicks? Yeah, why not? I like older women, and well, I shouldn't say I like older women. I'm 51. I like women my age, should be normal. I'm not one of those perverts, 51-year-old man, you know, talk. All he does is talk about 25-year-old girls, and he looks like an idiot. I like girls my age. D-ball Debbie. D-ball Debbie. I'd fuck her. I seriously don't know anything about the Genova situation. I don't like Asian women. Not at all. Chef Crackhead, the troll account on Instagram, is a good dude. If you guys have Instagram, follow Chef Crackhead. Chef Crackhead, you owe me a ton for giving you a shout out, you cocksucker. I'm sorry I don't like Asian women. It's not a racist thing. I can be friends with Chinese or Asian people. I almost said Chinese people. That would be racist. But I can be friends with Asian people. Um, I'm just not attracted to their females at all. You know, it's just I'm not attracted to black women either, unless they've got so much white blood in them that they might as well be white. Ugh. I'm Filipino. Is that okay? And you're a female? Yeah, I can live with that. I'm not saying if I met a wonderful and Asian woman who was beautiful, I'm not saying I couldn't be with her. I'm just saying when I go to jerk off, I don't ever click in Asian women ever. That's not one of my fetishes. I thoughts on Tyson and Jones. I tell you what, I I don't care if Mike Tyson is over 50. I wouldn't get in the ring with him. That's a bad man. Bad man. Dolan Duck, yeah, I used to like to fish. I don't think about Eddie Hall, grass gangster. Yeah. What's GOMAD? I have no idea. Pierce Bronson, I was pretty shitty at strongman. I just, you know, being being so physically dominant, strong, um, compared to other 40-year-olds in 2012, I was able to just walk away with that victory. Um, so it's not like I'm any kind of gifted or talented strongman. Just in 2012, um, I I was just dominant over any other 40-year-old in the state of Florida. Doesn't mean I knew what I was doing or I trained real hard for it or anything. I never really did a 40-yard dash when I was at my quickest. I would say maybe, and I mean, I'm going to stress maybe, um, because I ran a 5.1 in the 10th grade when I had very little muscle. Um, I'm thinking like must have been sophomore and junior year in college when I could really fly. Uh, I'm gonna say I guarantee you I could break 5.0. I'm gonna guarantee you in my prime I could have ran a 4.99. Um, but I don't know how quick I was. I know I was fucking fast for a big man. But hell, I could snatch 300 pounds, and my my best power clean, and I did a hang clean where you only bring the bar down to your knees. I could do 365. I think for three or was it five? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But so, I mean, I was pretty good at the Olympic lifts for a guy who just did Olympic lifts to help his shot put and his hammer throw. So with I never power cleaned 405, but I think I could have got it. Um, and when I snatched 300, that was just from the knees. That wasn't from the ground. I'm sure I could do more pulling from the ground. But for sports, you only need to pull those Olympic lifts, from the hanging position. Um, so yeah, I did a hang snatch of 300. Um, I I did a hang clean 365. I think I get it was probably three. I don't think I ever did five. Um, so I was explosive as fuck off the starting line. I mean, I could squat um, 495 for 15 reps. I mean, I had all the power in the hamstrings and the ass. Um, Basically, I was at top speed, and the last 10 yards of a 40 is where I didn't even where I was probably slowing down. I was just a monster, um, in a 20-yard dash when I was in about 1991. So I'm sure I could have ran a 4.9, if not quicker. I'm pissing now. No, I'm not a genetic athlete. I, I, I got everything through hard work, man. If I wouldn't have found weights, well, I take that back because I was a good distance runner in eighth grade when I ran that sub 11-minute 2 mile. When I ran the 2 mile in 10:59 in the eighth grade, I guess I was a good athlete. I was a damn good soccer player too growing up. The weights changed my life. I could never take it to the next, with the exception of powerlifting. Um, Powerlifting is the only sport where I was able to compete on a national stage. Um, and I was the 1988 teenage national champion in powerlifting. Um, 19 years old, teenage nationals, 242 weight class. I got first place. So that's something Dale will never do. Dale can't even win a state championship. I won a national championship in powerlifting. Dale's a good guy. Jay, are you a God-fearing man? I'm not really sure, bro. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch. I got more 12-volt cigarette lighters in this truck than 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 you got orifices that take cum. I mean, they're all over the truck. You can plug in a phone charger. I probably literally probably have 12 of them in this truck. If you come the front, the back. Jay, how much gear? You must have meant gear. How much gear were you on when you won the national championship? Um, Actually, not a ton by today's standards. I think I was doing like 600 milligrams a week of test C. Because back in those days, we could only, our test was only 200 mix. So I was doing like 3 cc's of test C. Um, I'm probably doing 1 or 2 decas, and our decas were only 200. So I was probably doing 200 to 400 mix of deca a week. Um, and then, shit, I was probably taking 1 Anadrol a day. I was probably doing 50 mgs of Drol a day. Um, because I thought 50 milligrams. I was so naive um, back in 1988. I thought 50 milligrams of Anadrol a day was a lot. Like, oh, this is crazy. I'm doing Drol. But I was, yeah, definitely 600 cc's test Cypionate, 2 to 400 milligrams DECA. Can't remember. And 50 mgs draw. That was my cycle. It's basically a solid cycle, even nowadays. But because Jay, would you ever visit England? And if not, why not? I'm never getting a fucking passport. Ever. I don't need a passport. I saw that Eddie Cohn video on my Instagram about spreading your taint. I guess that's a real technique. I don't know. Who would you want to play you in a movie, Jay? I don't think there is anybody. Brock Lesnar? I mean, but isn't he too tall? Martial law is not coming. Jay, did you ever have your ear pierced? Yeah, 8th grade. I did it myself, just the left one. Went through it with a safety pin. Yeah. Halloween of 8th grade. I went to school as a punk rocker, and that morning I pierced my own ear with a safety clip, and called my mom and says, "Do you know your son pierced his ear this morning before school?" And my mom, you guys got to meet my mom. She's so cool. My mom's like, "Well, is he okay?" And they're like, "Well, yeah." And she's like, "Well, why are you calling me?" That's how my mom rolls. Why are you calling me? How long did you train for that bench competition last year? I really didn't. I really didn't get too scientific about that. Basically, I took a few weeks before that bench meet, and I did a day where I would do singles, but nowhere near maximum. And then I would do another day where I would do speed work. So basically, on my heavy single day, I swear to fucking God, you guys are going to listen to me now or hear me later. The reason I put up that 500 so fucking fast is because I didn't overtrain. I would come in on a Saturday and I would work up to 450 for a fucking pause single. I never went above 450 leading up to that 500. Never went above 450. And I never went more than a single. So my Saturday workout was a 450 single. Just crushing it. Like trying to blast it off my chest like a Top Fuel funny car on nitromethane. And then I would come in 72 hours later, precisely 72 hours later, and I would do a speed workout, a West Side barbell, 9 sets of 3, basically 3 sets of 3. You know, I would start medium, do a set of wide, 3 sets of 3 medium, 3 sets of 3 wide, and then 3 sets of 3 close. I would do my speed work 72 hours after my heavy single, and I was only doing like never more than 60%. Like I think I was doing like 295 on my speed day, which is a cunt hair under 60%. I think 300 would be 60% of 500. I was doing speed work, Louis Simmons style, with 295, 72 hours after doing my fast single. I'm telling you, that's how you prepare for a meet. It's actually not a lot of work. You have to convince yourself to do less work and work on speed. You guys saw that 500. I could have done 40 pounds more that day. I didn't know how I would respond to that training because that's the first way I've ever prepped for a powerlifting meet with that protocol. So I didn't know how I would respond. Because, I probably haven't competed in a powerlifting meet before last summer for 20 years at least. More. I didn't know how my body would respond. And being an old fat fuck, I'm telling you, when you barely train like that and you let your body recover, you get strong as fuck. So that's why I blasted 500 so fast in my third attempt. Hey, there is no fourth attempt. But you know what? I did what I came to do. You play to win the fucking game. When the Dancing Queen missed 490, and he had to I already had my third attempt in at 500. The Dancing Queen missed 490. He had to try the same weight on his third attempt. Okay? And he got it. He's a good guy. I got no problem with the Dancing Queen. This isn't about him. But you play to win the game. You go for first place. And when he missed fucking 490, I didn't technically have the meat one because I think the lift I had before that was like 480. So when the Dancing Queen put up 490, I was in second place. I could have done 495 for the win. Yeah, I just went 500. Your nervous system's not going to know the difference about 5 pounds. But you play to win the game. Stop going for PRs. Stop. Do you want a first place trophy or do you want to try for a PR? Fuck your PR. Fuck you. Fuck your PR. God damn it. If I was your goddamn coach, we'd be playing to win the game. We'll get PRs down the road. You want a PR? I can get you a PR. We'll do another meet in 10, 12 weeks. Right now, I want you to win. I want a fucking first place fucking trophy. You imagine going for a PR and missing and getting second place to the Dancing Queen? You never go for a PR when the first place trophy is within your grasp. You play to win the game. And those of you assholes that want to go for a PR because you're having a good day and you wind up not winning and getting a first place trophy, you get what you deserve. You really do. So fuck you. Yeah. I feel better. I feel a lot better. Fuck you and your PR. What personal record? That's like doesn't count. It's imaginary, your PR. Who cares about your PR? But when a field goal kicker is lining up to win a goddamn ball game, does he ever tell the coach, hey, let's back it up a few. I want to get a PR. Fuck you and your PR. Try to be a goddamn winner. Goddamn right I'm pissed. I buy those reading glasses in a fucking 5-pack. Fuck that pair. Five pack. That's right. Guys piss me off. Was your father in the Edmund Fitzgerald? No. I gotta piss. Ugh. I've come down a little bit. Ugh. Ugh. What's your PR? Who gives a fuck about your PR? I don't care. When you go to that goddamn meet, you win the fucking meet. Any athlete ever comes in second or third because he went for a fucking PR and didn't get it, he's a fucking stupid fuck, and his coach needs his ass kicked. You go for the win. Period. You win the fucking game. You win the fucking game. You win. You take first. Fuck your PR. I'm pissed. Oh. I think I'm okay. My sister's an attorney. But I think you guys get my point. When we're talking about maximal effort singles, you can't, I don't know how to explain this. Like, that's why speed training is so important, because The minute that bar load slows down, you're not going to get it, and the spotter's going to have to grab it. And if that costs you second place, you are the laughing stock of the meet, or your gym, or the internet, whatever. Who cares about PRs? Who really cares? You got the rest of your life to get a PR. When you paid money and you're entered in a goddamn contest, you play to win the game. You didn't enter a PR contest. You entered a contest who could do the most that day that was in your weight class. I'm sorry. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I need a cigarette real bad. PR is spine destroying inning. Yeah, especially for the deadlift. Uh, you need a joint. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm on the road. I can't smoke unless I have a couple days to cleanse. I, I know. I hope this helps some of you guys get some fucking clarity. PR is in your mind, okay? You don't have to do it at the gym. Like, let's just say your PR. Let's just say your PR is on the bench. You got 225 for 5. You don't ever, 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 ever fuck up your progress. 25 for 6. Whatever. See, with a calculator, a simple calculator, I can figure out if I got a PR. Like, 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 let me go with some numbers that I know. Let's just say you're a guy who's looking at your 405. Never gotten 405 before in your life. And it's max effort day on bench press. And you decide that for ultimate muscle growth, the way your program is going, the best thing you can do right now in your program is an all-out set at 315. And you wind up getting 9 reps with no spotters on the bar. Brother, you're a 405 bencher. You get that 9th rep with 405, you're a 405 bencher. So now obviously you would have to you know, work up to that next couple of weeks. Um, but see what I'm saying is like you need to be smart and intelligent and 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 understand these lifts and have a calculator and have a base knowledge and know like, well, I just did a set of 8, that's 80%. I just did a set of 4, that's 90%. Fill in the fucking blanks. And then use your finger and see. You don't always have to go heavy to get a PR because going for an all-out single will set you back more times than it'll put you forward. And if you guys don't believe me, you're on the wrong channel. You know, um, you're gonna have PRs for different rep ranges. Jay, would you let Olivia go down on Jennifer? That's a good question. Um, I would rather watch Jennifer spank Olivia until Olivia cries, and then Jennifer fucks Olivia with a strap on. In the ass. And then Nate is forced to lick Jennifer on the clit and make her come as a thank you for making his girlfriend come because his little Asian dick can't get it done. That would be like the ultimate misfit porn. Like Mistress Jennifer spanks and strap on ass fucks Olivia. Then Nate gives Jennifer oral for a thank you. Jennifer is a lovely person. I love her. John Doe just said, why are you mad about PRs? I'm not mad about PRs. I'm mad about people not trying to win. And like, imagine coaching let's leave weightlifting so it makes sense. Imagine you're trying to coach a kid in the miles, and the your kid is running a real good mile, and he's got the race won, and then your minions give him his time after his third lap, and he realizes he has to pick it up to get a PR. And so he picks it up. And then he starts to cramp. Then the kid that he had obviously beaten, who's in second, fucking takes advantage of the moment and fucking comes around him on the last 100 yards of the mile and wins the race. That's why you don't go for PRs. You play to win. You play to win. I'm sorry. Whatever. You play to win. Jay, what do you think of our boys at Pearl Harbor? Um, Dude, I don't have a bad thing to say about Pearl Harbor. And my eye's all fucked up. Um, what do you think about Native American owned casinos, Jay? I'd say take them back. Fuck those dirty people. Those dirty brown people. I don't like them. Here's a good one. Jay, what would you do if a dirty PM tried to jump in your truck right now? What would you do? Luckily, I got a nice buck knife a fan sent me. Um, I've really gotten to know this knife a lot in the past couple of weeks. Um, and the gift that he sent me, he had a smaller version of this knife, but I just like this one. Oh, that hurts. Wow. Um, no, this is a badass knife. I eat sausage with this knife, eat cheese with this knife. This knife is incredible. So if somebody wants to charge my truck right now, I got a knife. Um, I also have my Black Lives Matter spray where I will blind you if you come up to my window. I will blind you. This ain't a joke. Um, you want to be some fucking political fucking black person? Okay, but I'm gonna shoot this in your eyes, and you're gonna be blind. So get the fuck away from my truck. And then, of course, I have my 45 Glock. If shit gets serious, I have a Glock that shoots 45 cal. You guys are so negative. My cock said you're a dead man walking. I don't believe that. McCuck is a complete clown. And I don't necessarily dislike Adam. He's just so cringy. Like, oh. All right, guys. Gotta go.